after 60. Do this, and he'll finally open up about his feelings, things men never say out loud. Older men don't hide their feelings because they don't have any. They hide them because they're terrified you won't accept what's underneath. Behind the silence is a lifetime of conditioning. Be strong, don't cry, don't be soft. So when he shuts down, it's not indifference, it's fear. The harder you pull, the tighter he closes. Pushing a man to talk makes him feel cornered. But when you stop demanding and start creating safety, something miraculous happens. He opens up not because you forced it, but because he finally wants to. If you've ever felt locked out of his inner world, wondering why he won't just tell you what's going on, this is for you. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Vernon again. In today's video, I'm going to share 5 powerful ways to help a man open up about his feelings, not by demanding his truth, but by becoming the kind of woman he feels safe enough to share it with. There's shifts in how you show up in the relationship. And trust me, when you master this, the emotional connection you've been craving will finally be yours. Before we begin, if you're a woman over 60 seeking deeper wisdom about love, dating, and mature relationships, hit that like button and subscribe. This channel is dedicated to helping you navigate the emotional world of men with grace, confidence, and understanding. Let's make sure you don't miss a single insight. Alright, let's begin fully, completely, and with open hearts. Here's the first step. 1. Listen without fixing. Most men after 60 don't want your advice. They want your presence. When a man finally musters the courage to share something vulnerable, and your first instinct is to solve it, fix it, or tell him what to do, you've just told him his feelings are a problem to be managed, not a truth to be honored. And that, my dear, is why he stops sharing. Men don't need to be rescued. They need to be seen. When you listen without jumping in, without correcting, without offering solutions he didn't ask for, you give him something rare, the freedom to just be. Your silence becomes sacred. Your eye contact, your gentle attention, your quiet nod, these melt walls that words never will. I knew a woman, my cousin, Maria, who spent years frustrated that her husband never talked. Every time he'd mention work stress, she'd launch into strategies. Why don't you talk to your boss? Have you tried this? Maybe you should do that. She thought she was helping, but to him, it felt like she didn't trust him to handle his own life. So he stopped sharing altogether. Then one evening, after I gently suggested she try something different, she simply sat beside him and said, "Tell me more." No advice, no interruptions, just listening. And for the first time in years, he talked for over an hour. Not because she fixed anything, because she finally made space for him to feel his own feelings without being managed. Listen, the quietest hearts often hold the loudest truths. When you stop trying to fill the silence with solutions, you allow his truth to fill it instead. Now tell me, have you ever found that the more you tried to help, the more he pulled away? Drop a comment and share your experience. I'd love to hear your story. But sometimes listening isn't enough, because what truly unlocks his trust is how you respond when he's at his most guarded. 2. Respond with curiosity, not correction. When a man shares something small, a frustration, a worry, even a confession, he's testing the waters. He's asking, is it safe here? Will she judge me? Or will she try to understand? Your response in that moment determines everything that comes after. If you react with criticism, correction, or even well-meaning analysis, why did you do that? Or, that doesn't make sense, you've just closed the door. But if you respond with genuine curiosity, what made you feel that way? Or, tell me what that was like for you, the door swings wider. Curiosity says, I'm here to understand, not to judge. And that, after 60 years of life and love, is one of the most powerful gifts you can offer a man. Carl Jung once said, thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. But curiosity is the antidote to judgment. It transforms a potential conflict into a conversation. It turns defensiveness into openness. Here's what happens psychologically when you choose curiosity. His nervous system relaxes. The defensive wall he's built starts to lower because you're not attacking what he shared, you're exploring it with him. You become his ally in understanding himself, not his critic. And that creates emotional safety at the deepest level. Think about how children share their day. They don't need you to solve their playground drama. They need you to ask, and then what happened? That same principle applies to men. When you ask questions that invite him deeper into his own experience, you're saying, your inner world matters to me. I want to know you, not fix you. This is especially powerful in relationships after 60, where both of you have accumulated decades of emotional patterns. Curiosity breaks those patterns. It stops the cycle of defensiveness and creates space for genuine emotional connection, the kind that makes him feel truly understood for who he is, not who you need him to be. When you meet his emotions with wonder instead of judgment, you don't just hear him, you validate him. And validation is the bridge between silence and intimacy. And once he feels safe from judgment, something deeper begins to shift. He starts to feel accepted, not evaluated. Number 3, offer warmth, not pressure. Do you know what scares men more than anything? Not failure, not rejection. It's being seen as weak. Somewhere along the way, men learn that showing emotion is dangerous, that vulnerability will be used against them, so they lock it away. But here's the secret. When a woman radiates warmth through her tone, her touch, her calm presence, she transforms vulnerability from a threat into a gift. As Rumi wrote, the wound is the place where the light enters you. But for that light to enter, there must be warmth to welcome it. Warmth isn't pressure. It's not asking, why won't you talk to me? With frustration in your voice. It's not demanding emotional performance. Warmth is soft. It's patient. It's the way you reach for his hand without words. The way your voice softens when he seems distant. The way you create space without crowding him. A man can feel when you're trying to extract something from him versus when you're simply offering a safe harbor. The first makes him retreat. The second makes him want to come closer. Think of it this way. Emotional intimacy is like coaxing a wild animal. If you chase it, it runs. But if you sit still, breathe deeply, and radiate calm, it might just come to you on its own. Your gentleness tells him, you're safe here. You don't have to perform. You don't have to have all the answers. You can just be. If this resonates with you, share this video with your friends or in your groups. Let's spread the message of understanding and compassion in mature love. Someone you know might need to hear this today. But warmth alone isn't enough. He also needs to feel your trust in his strength, not your pity for his pain. 4. Trust his process. Every man opens up at his own pace. Some need hours, some need days, some need silence before they can find words. If you rush his emotions, if you push him to just talk to me, you're telling him his timing doesn't matter. Only your need for resolution does. And that pressure, it suffocates him. But when you give him space to process, when you let silence breathe, when you show him you're not going anywhere, he feels respected. And respect is the foundation of trust. Trust is the soil where confession grows. A man won't open his heart in barren ground, but when he senses you won't punish him for being imperfect, when he knows you won't weaponize his honesty later, his heart begins to unclench. I think of an old neighbor of mine, Dorothy, whose husband would go quiet for days after something upset him. She used to chase him with questions. "What's wrong? Why won't you talk? Are you mad at me?" It only made things worse. Then one day, she decided to simply say, "I'm here when you're ready." And she left it at that. 3 days later, he sat down beside her and told her everything. Not because she forced it, because she trusted his process. And in that trust, he found the courage to share. Men are like deep wells. You can't hurry the water to the surface, but if you wait with patience, it will rise on its own. In the words of the poet Rainer Maria Rilke, perhaps all the dragons in our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us act, just once, with beauty and courage. Save this video so you can come back to it whenever you need a reminder about the power of patience, trust, and emotional timing in relationships after 60. And once he feels that trust, something beautiful happens. His honesty turns into connection. 5. Appreciate the effort, not the outcome. For many men, even the smallest emotional confession is a mountain climbed. When he shares something, even if it's brief, even if it's awkward, even if it's not the depth you were hoping for, acknowledge it. Don't demand more. Don't say, "That's it? That's all you have to say?" That kills the momentum. Instead, say, "Thank you for sharing that with me." Or, "I'm really glad you told me." Simple words, but they carry enormous weight, because when you appreciate his effort, not the outcome, you're telling him, your vulnerability has value. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have eloquent speeches. Just showing up emotionally is enough. And once a man feels valued for being open, he'll begin to open more often. Not because you demanded it, because he wants to give you more of himself. Gratitude creates safety. Pressure kills it. That's the difference between a man who shares once and never again, and a man who gradually learns to let you in. The philosopher Brené Brown said it best. Vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. Appreciate the courage, not the result, and watch what happens. By now, you've discovered 5 powerful truths. These aren't tactics or manipulation. They're ways of being that make a man feel truly seen, perhaps for the first time in his life. When you shift how you show up emotionally, you shift everything. Suddenly, the silence that once felt like rejection becomes an invitation. The walls that seemed impenetrable begin to soften. And the man you thought would never open up starts sharing pieces of his heart you didn't know existed. This is the emotional attraction psychology that changes relationships after 60. It's about dark psychology in relationships, not to control, but to understand. It's about feminine energy and confidence, about emotional control in dating, about understanding male psychology at its deepest level. When you master these, you don't just make him choose you. You become the woman he can't imagine his life without. You cannot force a flower to bloom, but you can water the soil, offer sunlight, and trust the process. That is love. As Lao Tzu reminded us, what's been your biggest challenge in getting a man to open up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and your story might be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more wisdom about communication, emotional connection, understanding male psychology, and love after 60. This is your space for relationship empowerment, for learning the power dynamics that truly work. and for navigating dating and intimacy with grace and strength. And I'm Vernon. Thanks for being here. See you in the next video.